How we doing today, man? I am super excited for a few reasons, or super happy. Feeling positive, right? We talked about positivity yesterday in the video after the losing day, and that's one of the things I am gonna do going forward is just stay positive no matter what. I There's no reason for me to ever have a negative day ever again because honestly, it sounds corny or sounds whatever, but there is no reason to ever be negative. Literally, even if bad things happen to you, you can still choose how you react to them. But today, bad things didn't happen, and yesterday, bad things didn't happen because we had a winning day today. One winner. We took two or three trades. Try to take some longs to data highs early on today. Didn't work. But I'll go over those as well as now we have a little bit more of a cushion. We are going to fight with everything we have to keep this account. Obviously, sizing one micro, just chilling throughout the day, not really worrying about $200 days, just trying to keep the ball rolling and keep doing better. Again, what have we learned? The market is just too bearish. That being said, I did win off a long. If you guys follow me on Twitter at Diego B Trades, you would know the trade I took. But you guys are left kind of on cliffhanger on how I managed the position because I obviously I haven't posted the update on there. I'm making this video first. But again, before we go over the price, man, we are just too bearish. I thought that we would maybe be a little bit bullish, especially after sweeping out all of these lows here. Coming into the morning, what did I notice? I noticed that these lows were too stacked, right? We had this low, this low, this low, this low, all of it here, and we're bearish on the higher time frame, tapping into this 1 hour gap, this 4 hour gap that we're holding. The higher time frame, I mean, is there anything bullish about this? Absolutely not. Trade into this order block on the 4 hour, and we're delivering lower. 15-minute, very bearish. Why did I have somewhat of a bullish inclination today? Data high here, relative equal highs on it, and low resistance liquidity to the upside as well. Plain and simple. What else did we have? We were looking at this. So, coming into the day, I was wanting to be patient, but I was also acknowledging the data high from the news today and the data high here. I wanted to see us go higher and then either go lower or go lower then go higher, right? Plain and simple. Coming into the market, again, the data high, the data wick here at 8:30. We didn't take it out. I started looking at the market at like 9:10 because I don't like the trade pre-market, so I show about 10, 15 minutes before the market. We had the data high intact. We came up once, failed to take it. Came up twice, failed to take it. Off open, we come down. And I take my first trade here. I take my first trade here. I believe. I take my first trade here. And we go break even at this high just because I wanted to be quick. It was on a really small time frame. Or no, we don't go break even. I don't think I took this one. I took this one. Took this trade right here, held through this, went break even when we put above this high, got stopped out. And then, my thing was dead. At this point, when we displaced lower, I was then looking for this fair value gap to get broken. Right here, we never got it, right? We sweep out these lows here. Then I want to see that get a reaction, go break even this high, data high. Right, just same idea. We hold this area. We continue lower. I can't remember. 3 minute. We have a 3 minute tap right here. 3 minute gap right here gets filled and sends price lower. We take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draws in liquidity all at once. The low resistance liquidity gets taken out of the marketplace. So I'm anticipating some type of reversal. And also it's in the macro time. Or the macro time started here. And why do I have this marked out as BTL? That just means broke the low. So this is the fair value gap that broke the low. What does that mean? This is a 5 minute gap right here. This 5 minute fair value gap. This is the 5 minute fair value gap right here. The only one that sent price to break these lows is something that It's Johnny talks about. He's a really good trader, and he's brought to my attention, and I really like it. This is one of the things I really look at now and pay a lot of attention to because it's very important. Just like right now, we have another one forming. We're going to have another fair value gap that broke the low right here. So this is another very important fair value gap because we broke a swing low. So if price is going to continue being super bearish, we should respect it and continue going lower because a lot of times that's what you'll see. Also, we had another 1 minute fair value gap that broke the low. Why? This is the low right here, obviously. And this is the fair value gap that broke the low. So this inverse actually was high probability and worked really well. Reason I did not take that was just simply because this 5 minute gap, I didn't want to get involved on the 1 minute right there, but it would have actually ended up doing better for us. As you can see, we would have jumped in long there. Stop probably below this, maybe below this. Big stops, right? 56 points, that's pretty heavy. We would have targeted this high here, taking profit at that high, the swing high here at 950. You could target this unfilled gap. You could target this high. That would have got hit as well. I think anything above this would be getting pretty greedy with 1 micro. So I would like to say I would take profit this high just because that would be 100 points. That would be, you know, day done in my head. Because again, the market has proven right now that you cannot be super, super attached to your bullish bias because it's just not going to hit take profits. If we go back to yesterday, the trade we took, this was a nice trade. A very nice trade. We ended up getting over 60-something points. We were going to take profit here or trail our stop here, and we never got it. We failed to take out the high here. We failed to take out the high here. We constantly failing to take out bullish constantly failing to sweep highs right now in this current market conditions. For whatever reason, it's just not bullish, right? This was also another confluence for entering off this candle was because of the change in state delivery right here, the CISD. This is a CISD. Why? Well, what do we get? We get 10 a.m. open. So this is actually the 10 a.m. power of 3 that this one guy, see Big Char, whatever. He's pretty cool. I like seeing his stuff online. He likes to trade the 10 a.m. power of 3. Pretty simple model, but you have to be smart, right? What does he wait for? He wait for 10 a.m. to open, which is right here. 10 a.m. opens, manipulates lower, sweeps liquidity. We have the down close series that sweep liquidity. We get a close above right here. This is your change of state delivery. I guess technically stop would be right here. And you target this high or this high. So he definitely had a winning day today. A really nice winning day. Because he would probably get something like this. Maybe he targets higher. Probably not. But we end up getting the change of state delivery here. We close back above here. Order block. We trade back down to the order block. We then come down. We get displacement up. This displacement right here could have been an entry point. Would have gave better risk reward. But what did I end up taking with the confluence here? When did this candle close at 10:14, which means it's a 5 minute close. We also had this fair value gap tap right here. And I'm just draw this in. We had this 1 minute gap as confluence. We had an order block that we traded down to, these order blocks as confluence. We had the inversion, the change of state delivery, the higher time frame sweep, displacement, order block, displacement above the 5 minute. We inverse the 5 minute gap. This is a 15 minute fair value gap right here, which is why I had that marked out on my chart. And then we also got another order block confirmation right here. So I had a very protected stop loss on this trade. I risked just the 150, so I risked a lot. I risked 75 points on this trade because, you know, I don't want to have my stop too tight. I want it to be below the 5 minute, so I just gave myself as much room as possible on this trade, targeting this. I got more than a 1-to-1, so that's fine. But I was targeting the data high, and more realistically, I was actually targeting 100 and something points just to not be greedy because I've been seeing these highs not get taken constantly. So I wanted to just target a 100-point trade because my real target's here. So my thought process now is I'm not going to chase $200 days, right? If this was not $200, I would take profit here. If I wouldn't hold to here to try and get $200 a day, you can't see that. I wouldn't hold all the way above the data high to try and get a $200 a day, but I would do this to get a $200 a day instead because it's below my target, if that makes any sense. So I was targeting really this, and price delivered really good. This was a really, really good confluence trade. We had the 5 minute inversion right here, sweeping the low. We had all the small time frame confluences. I really like this trade. I really like this signature right here, this displacement, order block, retrace, secondary order block, fair value gap trace. So we didn't really need to rebalance. I could have had tighter risk probably like there, but it's fine. And that was the trade. That was the trade of the day. I'll pull up the video right here. I'll show you guys how I took the profit because I wouldn't say I panicked out of the trade. But I noticed where ES was, and then I saw this wick come in, and I closed it on this wick. So I'll kind of pull up the video. I do want to just take a second to show you guys ES. ES, at the same time that we put in the wick right here, swept out these highs here, failed to take the data highs, and then started wicking. Another reason I got out of the trade, it would have stopped me at break even, but another main reason, just simply the fact that my drawdown, I need this $133 day more than a break even, right? Because now I have close to $500 of drawdown. We have like a little bit more. Before today, we had 133 less, right? So we needed to get something from this trade today. And when I saw it take out this high, when I saw ES make an SMT, I just took the trade off. So I'll pull that video up right here. So I'm not disappointed with that. I wish it just went to my take profit, but I'm not disappointed with closing the trade early. I think I had every reason to. We waited. We got in. We could have got a little bit better of an entry, but not by much. And we had our stop loss where it needed to be. And I was happy. I was letting the trade play out. The whole time I was in the trade, I kept telling myself, this is a good loss. 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 The entire time, I was just telling myself, if this trade loses, this is a good loss, right? And why was I telling myself that? Well, because I don't know if the trade's going to win or lose, right? I don't know if it's going to win or lose. So what do I tell myself? I tell myself, I was patient for this trade. This is what I'm looking for. These are the trades that you want to lose on, right? That's my whole point, is just you want to take trades to where you like the trade, you like the setup, you like the way price is delivering so much that if you lose, you're fine with it. Yeah. And why was I fine losing here? I was fine losing the trade here because it fit all the criteria that I wanted, and I had a proper break-even point. And I didn't go break even at this high. I waited for this 1 minute gap here to inverse because I didn't want to be too tight with it. Come on. And then I took a screenshot right here, posted on the Twitter. And then let's skip to that just so we don't get copyright. And man, my hair is looking thin right there, man. How's that hairline, bro? It's kind of cooked. It's like my biggest fear is to go bald, dude. But I'm just watching like the video and like my hair just like looks so cooked. But it's because I have bed head right now, so it looks worse. But I need to have some money, man, so I can afford that turkey. But we get the close above here, so now I'm more than happy to go break even. And I really need to see this fair value gap hold. Was kind of worried that we were just gonna get stopped out. We wick in it for a few minutes, but we never disrespect it. And then we get a very beautiful candle right here. Just very, very beautiful. This is the best. This is what all the candles you want to see when you're in a long. It's about the print right here. This is how you want to see them. At this point, I was just fully anticipating, a break-even day. And I was just going to take another break-even day and just whatever. But you stick to the plan. You stick to the rules. And you just let it be, right? You let it be. But, oh, yeah, let's see this candle prints, like, insanely well. I start seeing it flip bullish. I'm like, ooh, nice. I was about to even move my stop. But we have a 5-minute fair value gap open up at the same time. And the 1 minute starts flipping. Nice. We get an order block closure. And at this point, I was so confident we were going to hit take profit. But, yeah, let's just watch how I manage it. But, yeah, at this point, I was like, cool. This trade is going to play out. That candle, I mean, this is what you want to see. This candle is what you want to see, like a 30, 40-point candle. Like, that's what dreams are made of. I trail my stop to that order block because, I just can't afford to not make money on these days. So trailing my stop in profit about 25 points, 26, 7 points is fine by me because you need to come away with something when you're trading one micro. I end up making a lot less than I could have, actually, which is unfortunate. But we were up 160 there. So we moved around like $27 if we would take profit that high, which is cool, which is fine. I should have moved my stop there. It would have been $158. So I would have made $158. if I took profit that high. But again, the data high was the target, so I'm not upset that I didn't take profit there, but I'm happy that I took profit whenever I saw that reaction. So we ended up closing it for 135. So again, we only missed out about $30, $25 at the end of the day. Not too bad. We pretty much squeezed out as much as we could, especially after that reaction. Was it a FOMO exit? Probably, but I don't like the way that ES took out all the highs. Was that close to data high? I don't know. Just with how the market's been so bearish, I was like, cool, I'm gonna get out of this trade. So that was the trade. Right after that, we locked our account out, which I'm super happy about that discipline because it didn't end up triggering, but I was like, oh my gosh, we might get this. We might get an inversion here. We tapped the 5-minute gap. We could get an inverse, and that would be so unnecessary to take just a re-entry and lose on the day, right? So this was the fair value gap that broke the low. So we inversed it, so it's really high probability. We retrade to this 15-minute, which was where I was really confident I could get in here and at least get to the 15-minute gap. I thought we would get above this high, but we should be taking profit maybe there. But again, that's hindsight in my opinion. And what else did we do here? We ended up holding this 15-minute gap right here. So this 15-minute gap when we went break even was really valid because again, we saw how much this 15-minute got respected. This was would actually be a pretty nice short, right? We sweep liquidity. We have a change in state delivery here. If you were bearish inside a 15-minute PD array, you have a fair value gap. This would be a really nice trade actually if you were super bearish, which you really should be. But you could get in here, stop here, or you could just get in on this change in state right here, and put your stop like here, and you would have a fantastic trade. But that's not really my model. I was in a long. Why is this such a good trade? Like I said, we sweep liquidity. We make an SMT with ES. We sweep this high. We make an SMT here. We're in a 15-minute. We get a change of state delivery. This displacement. We hold this area, and then we displace lower, come down. 5-minute holds bearish right here. 5-minute holds bearish, and price delivers very cleanly. I mean, this was a lot of chop, but very cleanly down in the macro time. Macro expands us lower, and we finally get the fall through to the low. So really, really clean price day in my books. Really, really clean day of price. I think the price interpretation was really good on my end, and I enjoyed watching price deliver through here. It was nice to learn and get experience from today. You could have also probably even shorted. You wouldn't really want to short this because it's not really convincing. But when we get this, this BPR, and then we close below it here, that could have been another entry on an inversion model. You go enter there, and you could go target this low, right? 1-to-1, put your stop there. Better than 1-to-1, 1.6. Cool. A lot of opportunities today. A lot of opportunities, right? Price action has been tricky. It's been a lot more volatile, but there's so many opportunities every day to take good trades and to learn. And that's why, again, I'm never going to be negative again. Today is obviously easy because we can be positive. Still down horrendous overall, but it's just nice to get a chunk of what we've been losing back and to start feeling like we can do it again, right? These are the days that remind you that it's possible. I just have to show up and have another good day tomorrow, and then hopefully a third good day in a row, and then we'd really be making some progress on the road to keep this account if we can have a few good days that we can stack. But at the end of the day, it's just about following my rules, staying patient, looking for my setup, and doing the right thing, which is what we did today. We waited for our setup, followed our rules, and we got rewarded. So that's a perfect day in my books. Again, man, the market is just so bearish. We can't help it, I guess. I don't think that we're going to put in a bottom on this sell-off until this swing low and probably this swing low is just my idea. I think that where the market's headed, I would prefer to see these lows get taken out because it would signify a bottom. I really wouldn't want to see a bottom get put in right here because it just would be kind of weary with this. I minimum want to see this low get taken. But again, I'm not the market maker. It's not up to me. And we are about to get a 4-hour CISD right here. Why? Because we have a fair value gap, a sweep on liquidity, the legs up that made the sweep, bearish close below. So if we get that, I will be very bearish, more bearish than I am right now. That's kind of what I'm keeping my eye on for the future. But yeah, man, happy with today. It's so nice to get a winning trade, a winning day, because it's been hard to come by recently. So yeah, really pleased with today and everything like that. If you guys missed that Real Madrid game yesterday, man, what are you doing, dude? You guys need to start. If you don't have a favorite team and you don't care about soccer or football, whatever you want to call it, if you don't care about it, if you don't care about the sport, if you don't have a team, I'm giving you a pass. You're not a bandwagon if you become a Madrid fan. My dad is from Madrid. I'm half Spanish, obviously. I'm a Madrid fan, right? I am a true Madrid fan. I'm so blessed. I don't know what I did to be so lucky that I could be a Madrid fan without having to be a bandwagon. But if you don't have a favorite team, I'm giving you a pass to become a Real Madrid fan. I am giving you the pass, right? So you can become a Real Madrid fan, and you're not a bandwagon. I'm giving you the pass. It'll be the best decision you ever make. Get into the sport, root for them, be a fan of them, especially at this time of the year. This is the best time of the year for the game. And wow, you guys missed just another classic, man. Another classic. I try and like never take any year or game or Champions League tie for granted, because you just never know when they'll go through a bad period. From 1970 to 2002, Real Madrid did not win a single European or Champions League. That was over 30 years. 32 years they didn't win a Champions League. So the fact that since I've been watching them, in my lifetime, they have won 6 Champions Leagues is mind-blowing, because they went 30 years without being the best team in Europe. And I don't think they're the best team in Europe this year, but we have Arsenal in the next round, and I think that is favorable in Madrid's favor, hopefully. But again, I try and never take any of the games for granted, because honestly, man, I can't believe the level that Madrid are playing at, and consistently year in, year out. And last night, they go to penalty shootout. Some controversy, man. I think rules are rules, right? If they're going to sit there and draw lines for the offsides, they're going to sit there and draw lines and they're going to sit there and hold the rules on the penalties, right? I don't like the penalty call being taken off, but if it's a rule, it's a rule, right? That's how I look at it. But it's a shame that he didn't just hit the crossbar and miss Alvarez, because it would have saved a lot of Vardrid comments on Twitter and Instagram, but I'll take it at the end of the day, man. I feel bad for Vinny Sky and his penalty, but I think he needs to just be a little bit more focused in the games. But I'm just super excited, man. I know that nobody really cares that's watching these videos. You guys are already clicked off by now because nobody cares about that. I need to make a separate channel to just only talk about soccer and mainly Madrid and football, whatever. I want to do that. I don't think I'll get any viewership, because like, why would anyone care to listen to me? But I just love the sport so much. I love that team so much. So I need to just do it. I need to just make another channel and just talk about that, because literally no one cares. I have maybe some audience captured. Maybe like 10 people are still watching this video, and they're forced to listen, or not forced, but they're like listening to my ramble about that game. But I need to just start a channel and just start uploading, because I just enjoy talking about. It's literally, I trade and I live for football, right? It's my life. It's just that and that, right? I want to be a professional. Even if my dream job is not trading. My dream job is being a professional player. Like, it will never not be that. The day I die, I still want to be like. If you ask me what I want to be when I grow up, I'll say pro. Like that's what it is, man. So trading secondary, like. That's why I always tell myself, man, if you think that trading's 1% or whatever, bro, try being Jude Bellingham. Try being a pro athlete, bro. That's 1%. Trading is not 1%. Trading is for anyone. Trading is for anyone that just can work hard. Trading is not it's not being a pro athlete, I can tell you that, because those guys are on a different level and they have the best job on the planet. But yeah, I want to take some time and talk about that, just because. Wow, I'm just such an exciting time. Such an exciting time, man. This period, March to May, is just so beautiful for football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. I call it soccer, man. I'm American, right? But wow, what a game. I'll leave you guys with a shorter video, even though it's 25 minutes. I'll leave you guys with a shorter video today. Appreciate all the support. Super stoked the book will win today. And I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Let me know how you guys did. Hopefully you guys had a good day. If not, man, then obviously you guys seen that I lose all the time too, so you're not alone. I'll see you guys in the next one. I appreciate all the support. Comment if you can, man. It pushes my videos and it helps me make more ad revenue. So comment if you can. So let me know how your day went. And I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.